You will be silent!
And now for something completely different.
Hello! Hello there! It's a Festivus miracle!
Come with me, and you'll be in a world of pure imagination. Take a look, and you'll see into your imagination. We'll begin with a spin, traveling in the world of our creation. What we'll see will defy explanation. If you wanna view paradise, simply look around and view it. Anything you want to do it. Wanna change the world? There's nothing to
Watch out for the medallions. My diamonds are reckless. It feels like a midget is hanging from my necklace.
Pepperidge Farm remembers.
Yeah, that works.
I like
all right,
it a lot.
all right, moving on.
Hey, what about Tula?
Good morning, everyone. It is I, it is he, it is me, PDDE-Tip. We're going into Place to Be Reviews right here with all of you, the people's champion. My necklace is hanging. It's not hanging, but it's in my office right now in the box. And my wife is on a phone call. I couldn't grab it. I literally just got done lifting, and we're waiting on Coach Loudy. He'll be here soon. My beard's a mess. I didn't shower or condition it or anything this morning. It's literally like wake up, go lift, and get ready for the show. I just finished. I'm sorry, guys. I know the shows have been starting a few minutes late, and I apologize for that. That's unprofessional on my part. But I do apologize for that. Like I said, it's busy. Like today, literally, as soon as I'm done with the show, I'm gonna shower, clean up, and head down. I've got about a half-hour drive. I got to go to the dealership, get my oil changed on the truck, as I was supposed to get it done like 2,000 miles ago, but it's a lease, and I'm fucking lazy, and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna do it when I do it. And here I am, joined by my handsome co-host this morning, Coach Loudy. What's up, brother?
Wait. I'm so handsome. Where the fuck are you looking?
You, Big Daddy. How you doing, man?
Oh, I'm doing all right. Figured I'd show off the guns this morning, a little bit of chest hair, just to show everyone how manly I am.
I don't have any. I shave it.
Ooh, wow.
I'm like Jerry Seinfeld. I shave it. I can't.
Watch out, guys. Pete's turning into one of those guys.
Oh, dude, are
you infiltrating our group, sir?
Well, look, the way
you belong here.
I didn't think we would start the conversation like this morning, but it all stems from when I used to wrestle. I always like shaved everything. Because I would go tanning, and it's like, plus my chest hair grows in like all white trashy. It's like a little bit here and some, like, I don't grow hair. I never have. So it's like, I'm just do that, you know.
I just imagine my chest hair and my body hair grows in how Val Venus's would have had he not been smooth. So I just, it is what it is. Jamie
East has blamed wrestling, a likely story. Listen, Jamie, I will blame wrestling. I haven't wrestled in 4 years, and I will still blame that. It's
As someone who trained for, until he got X amount of concussions, I had to back him up on this because our trainers were also like, yeah, you guys might be going to consider, shaving any chest, body hair, going tanning, all this stuff, so you don't look like, Sheamus. And I'm like, I never did. I was okay with having body hair and looking like a fucking furry ass animal, but even though that wasn't my gimmick, but to each their own.
I had to Brody, who I love to death, Ben Brody, wonderful.
I think you're gonna say Bruiser Brody.
No, Ben Brody. He's actually one of the guys who trained me, and he was trained by Lance Storm. Wonderful guy. He's maybe a couple years younger than me. One of the guys that could probably, one of these cats in the indies that should be in AEW, just because of his work ethic and how good he actually is. And he never will be because he won't work anywhere but the promotion that he quit working for IWE, which I worked for, and he's starting another one with my boy Jared now, which is fucking awesome because those two are two of the guys who should run a promotion because they're workers and they know the business and they're not ego driven. And that's very rare in the wrestling business, as you know, but they're not. Brody is hairy his hair comes down to his shoulders. He's got a big beard, and then like he's got like all hair. I'm like, we're working, and he's got me in a side headlock. I'm like, if I come on, you know, I'm like, I don't know where my beard ends and your chest hair stops, bro. I'm like, come on.
All right, guys, international. All right, but if we do an international, my beard and your chest hair might fucking intertwine, and I'm gonna be stuck.
Yeah, they're always like, he said that he called the international spot. I'm like, fuck you. I did. I just like in the middle of a match, I'm like, you know, and I powdered. Gave him one of these and just powdered. I'm like, nope. Hey, Vassy, ahoy, chat. She says, hello, Vassy. She'll be joining Loudy and I tomorrow morning. She says, I'm currently doing the symbol lift, trying to get internet on my phone. 4G, why are you not working? Hello, darling. Good morning. Well, actually, for you, it's afternoon, I believe, where you are. It's afternoon. So
Yeah, it should be.
Good afternoon to you.
Guten afternoon, as they say in France.
Oh man. So we've got let's see. We got a few things to talk about today and during our hour here on the air. I have the official Black Widow preliminary Rotten Tomatoes score in, and I'll pull that up here real quick because this is you know, I was like, I'm gonna go see Black Widow, and now I'm like, I'm probably not gonna go see Black Widow. As I'm being scolded by cucks on Twitter.
I'm sorry, the fuck is that?
85.
It's an 85?
It's an 85 right now.
The fuck for? Okay, so listen, and I told my fiance this the other night because she was talking about wanting to go see a movie and what kind of rating it had, and I'm like, oh. So it means to not go see it. And she's like, what do you mean it has a good rating on Rotten Tomatoes? I'm like, if I've learned anything about looking at Rotten Tomatoes, it's that it tells me what not to see by giving me the opposite score. So if it has a high score on Rotten Tomatoes, that means that that means to not go see it. If it has a very low score, if it has almost a low score, it's like, oh, this movie might actually be worth a damn. And apparently Adam Adam is calling me a nipple right now. I'm not sure how to feel about that. Did I flash some nipple? Is that what I missed?
I don't think you had a nip slip.
I don't think I did either. Oh God, we'll have to go back and watch the replay later.
Are we gonna have Nipplegate on the show?
I hope so.
You know, oh, never mind. I'm gonna keep that comment to myself. I'll put that one in my pocket.
You could say it off air. It's fine.
Yeah, I'll have to say that. I'll have to mention that one off air.
Okay.
But yeah, Jamie says nip slip.
I mean, if I'll give the people what they want, that's fine. But
let's see here. So 85 and 130 reviews. Let's kind of look into these.
All reviews are made by hipsters with glasses and high-rising jeans that are awaiting the flood and handlebar mustaches.
I guarantee a lot of them. Let's see. Elias Savada. There may not be much in the way of superpowers in Black Widow, but there's plenty of whoop ass. Mano a mano. Actually, there's more womano combat to keep you entertained over the film's 2.25 hour length. 4 out of 5. Black Widow was thoroughly entertaining flick that is likely to please audiences with its action, wittiness, and great characters. 8 out of 10. Brittany Murphy, Geeks of Color. So
hold on. Let's read Film Freak Central real quick.
Yeah.
Black Widow is the manifestation of the sunk cost fallacy. There ought to be support groups. Same as it ever was. Same as it ever was. Well, guys, Walter Chaw from Film Freak Crew. Be careful because we'll probably never see him again because he went against the grain.
Yep. He'll be canceled.
Yep.
He'll be canceled for going after Black Widow.
How could you, sir? It was so stunning and brave.
Your avatar looks like a nipple, coach. That's what Adam said.
Oh. Okay, well.
Yes, we want nipple, but not yours. Vassy says Team Boobas.
Boobas almost sounds like something from Super Mario Brothers. You got the Goombas, you got the Boobas.
It's the Goombas and their Sicilian cousin, the Boobas.
The Boppity Boobas.
The Bobbity Boopas. Peter, just because you have a mustache doesn't mean you can speak Italian. Boppity boopy, boppity boopy, boppity boopy.
Boppity Boopy. Beepity Boppity Boopy.
Coach got Chad stuck on nipples now.
Oh, man. Hey, I like nipples just as much as the next guy. My own, everyone else's, it doesn't matter.
Jamie, same as it ever was, like the song. Yes, just like Days Go By the Talking Heads, Jamie.
Yep.
And if you kids in the chat aren't familiar with the Talking Heads,
That's sad.
I don't know what to do with you, honestly, because even my 5-year-old now knows Burning Down the House. That's and Once in a Lifetime, because whenever Once in a Lifetime comes on like 80s on 8, I'm always like, Down and Out in Beverly Hills. Like I have you ever seen? You've seen that movie, right? Please tell me you've seen Down and Out in Beverly Hills.
I have not.
With Nick Nolte. Oh my God!
Listen, I've got Streamio. I can watch it that way. It's fine.
Nick Nolte plays like a bum, and he goes and lives with this rich couple. I believe it was Bette Midler and Richard Dreyfuss. Now, it's been a long time since I've seen the movie, but I remember watching this as a kid. It is absolutely hilarious. The movie, just the debauchery of it. It's a great 80s movie. Along the lines of, I don't know, are you familiar with like Blake Edwards, some of his older stuff, like what's the one with Ted Danson, Howie Mandel, and Maria Conchita Alonso? A Fine Mess, dude. I cannot recommend that movie enough.
Okay.
And speaking of Ted Danson, he is actually, I'm just watching Fargo, the FX series.
Okay.
And he plays a sheriff in the second season,
Nice.
which that show's great. Wow, like I know Tony was telling me a little bit about season 3, something about Ewan McGregor's in it. I'm like, okay, cool. But no, the first season was like, it was okay. The second season was like, I've got like 1 or 2 episodes left. I'm watching it with the wife. But it's awesome. It is a wonderful show. I'm so happy I decided to watch that because before that she was watching Sons of Anarchy, and I was kind of like meh with it. Like I'm like, it was okay. It was a good show. Don't get me wrong.
Right.
Just not one of my, if I like, I've rewatched Seinfeld 20 sometimes, the entire run of the series outside of the finale. I've rewatched Lost, I think 4 or 5, maybe 6 times now. I've read the entire run of the Walking Dead comics maybe 2 or 3 times. There's certain things like Melrose Place. I'm watching that for like the 3rd time right now. The Office I've seen, countless times. Sons of Anarchy is not one of those shows that I would be like, I'm going to watch this again, ever, Yeah,
I stopped watching The Walking Dead. Like, oh God. 2015 or 2016, I think, was the last time I saw an episode.
See, I still like the main show. Fear the Walking Dead, which I was a big fan of, now is just it's painful to try to get through because they had a stretch where they had some good villains, some compelling antagonists, and then they go back to like they had the Pine Saw lady with a walker on a stick that was killing like able-bodied men and sneaking up on them. And the worst thing was she was wearing socks with sandals. I was like, that was unforgivable.
Hey, some ladies can pull it off, but it doesn't sound like she can.
Yeah, I couldn't get over it. I was like, this is horrible. Vassy says, superfan Adam Shawhan. Wait, Jamie says, wait, let me go back. Talking Heads are a huge part of the 80s. Oh, I love Talking Heads. I do.
Oh, yeah.
God. Superfan Adam Shawhan says, out of everyone here, only nipples and from the sexy Vassy. Just saying. Vassy says wholesome content only on my channel. Yeah, she doesn't. I don't get her. I get her cussing on my channel sometimes. We'll do it tomorrow morning. I'll get her. We'll try to get her on a rant tomorrow morning.
I say tomorrow morning we start the day with beer.
Hey, wait. I really don't have anything to do tomorrow. Literally, the wife and kid are leaving at 10 in the morning, and I'll be I'll be left to my own devices until next Wednesday because it's Trey's birthday. I'm going up and meeting him for his birthday, then coming back home for the show Wednesday night. That's how dedicated I am.
Yep.
Because we're not really celebrating. We're just going to the beach and hanging out, and we'll have like, we'll have a little cake that day. But Saturday next week from tomorrow is his birthday party, and
Nice.
I'm going up there Friday night for that. But I have to record content next week because I'm going on vacation. Obviously, as you well know, for
Where you going, man?
the better part of the end of July, I will be on vacation mode. Because my wife basically has the entire month of July off. Moving forward, I will be. Well, where will I be going? That's an interesting question. Before we get back to the Black Widow stuff and nipples and talking heads and whatnot. Hey, we got a new subscriber. Nate Kellum just subscribed to the channel. Thank you, Nate. We appreciate you, man. That'd be 733, folks. If you're new to the channel, if you're in the chat lurking and you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe, please. We're trying to get to 1,000 here, and I don't say that as I'm trying to monetize the channel for my own personal gain. Truly, I'm not. I'm not in this for the money. I can honestly say that this is the one thing in my life I've done, and I'm not in it for the money. This is because I truly love this. I enjoy it. The countless hours I spend editing Batwoman videos. I enjoy doing this because I enjoy the response I get. And Jamie East says my birthday is Saturday. Well, happy birthday early, darling. To you. Let's see. She is a lady, so I'll say she's. And I hope I'm not going too. I'll say they're always 26. That's just what I go with. 26 is like the default setting.
Not bad. My mother said she stopped aging after 29. So.
Yep. It's in that range right there where it's safe. I always go with 26. I'm like, that way if they're like 21, they're like, I look mature, or if they're, over 30, they're like, I still look young. It's, and that's just trying to be a gentleman. But happy birthday early to you, young lady. I hope you have a wonderful day.
I hope to God you get drunk as fuck.
That too, absolutely. if you so choose to do so, if you partake in the hooch. Let's see here. I want to go back. Dexter Vassy says rewatch Dexter. I've never seen an episode of Dexter. My mom loved that show. Johnny Cage JP7 says, shouldn't we get somebody to babysit you? Yes, actually. If you could send Elizabeth Shue to babysit me, as I have right here. Hang on a second. Let me do this here. As I have Adventures in Babysitting right here. And if you could send Elizabeth Shue to babysit me, I would be so happy. But yeah, Vassy, we'll do Irish coffee tomorrow. We'll do Irish coffee in the morning tomorrow.
I should have some bourbon or whiskey to put in my coffee somewhere.
I'm literally going to be drinking vodka, probably.
You just want potato juice?
Yeah, you can leave me some. Sorry. It's okay. The wife is on break and she's packing the cooler already for tomorrow. Getting
stuff ready to go in the other fridge to know what to pack.
See.
What happened?
She's getting stuff ready because she's leaving tomorrow with the boy. They're going to the beach. But we went at my cousin's last night. While I was a little bit late getting to the show. We went. My cousins are up from Detroit, so they were they're at our cabin. Or my uncle's cabin. So we went up to visit them and have dinner, and then and so they're going before they go to my wife and kid before they go to our cabin tomorrow. They're going to stop at the beach and meet up with my family while I'm here drinking with Loudy and Vassy at 10 in the morning. I'm going to be asleep by like 2:00 in the afternoon tomorrow.
Don't be a bitch, Pete.
Literally, I will be past the F out by like 2:00. If I have a couple drinks at like 9-10 in the morning, I'll be hit by noon. It's a good thing I have literally nothing to do tomorrow.
I don't think I have anything to do tomorrow.
And if I do, honestly, I don't care. I don't have any live streams. Like these live streams in the morning are like taking the place of videos for me. I'm not releasing any videos today or tomorrow. Saturday you'll get a video. I got A Tale of Two Simps coming out. That's episode 7 of Galaxy High. Yes, it is. The episode's not titled A Tale of Two Simps. It's like dollars and cents, but based on the plot, it's A Tale of Two Simps. So you got that coming out. But let's see. Before I got sidetracked here, 26 is a safe choice, Vassy says. Let's see, Adam. Well, we sure know he's not doing it for the chest hair. That's right. That's right. And yes, it is the love of entertainment. I am an entertainer at my core, and I killed my body wrestling for basically no money, so I figure I can sit in a chair and talk and make people laugh for free. You know what I mean? No, all the money, if I get monetized, anything I make will go right back into the channel.
Right into Loudy's paycheck.
Right? Yeah. That's why Loudy hasn't been on the show. I can't afford him. He's an educated man. I have to pay him top dollar, and I frankly, we don't have the budget for it.
I come from a highly educated university, so when I got to talk to these hitless white trash, I got to dumb myself down. I was just kidding. I love you guys. I just really wanted to quote Scott Steiner.
I was to say that was a brilliant Scott Steiner, except for Steiner went to that school.
Anyway, yeah, he went to that school up north, which for those of you who aren't familiar with the fact that I went to Ohio State, that school up north is Michigan, and it just kills me to even say it. So, for those of you international people, you're gonna be like, "Why do I give a fuck?"
They're like, we don't care.
Yeah, we're like, we don't care. Just say the fucking school.
Yep. Brutal Morningwood. What's up, sir? He says, my grandmother stopped at 38. She had 38th birthdays.
That's because grandmas are all OGs. I'm fairly certain that my grandmother is probably the same age as me.
I've been grandmotherless since 1991. I think
I've only got the one grandparent left. So
my parents are boomers, so they're in their 70s. They're like the age of like my all my my grandfather, the last grandparent I had left passed away in like 1996. And then my wife's side, like her great grandmother lived to be like 95. She drove to our wedding. She was like 90 years old, 92 years old.
She sounds badass as fuck.
Oh, she was an OG. she truly was.
Also, sorry, am I not supposed to be cussing on the channel? I know you don't.
I do. Normally, I don't really get as heated during the morning show, so it just doesn't really happen as much. Like at night, I feel like Kramer. I just let the expletives fly, in Tim Watley's dentist office. But do you feel a lot of need to use profanity when you're at the dentist office when they put that Novocaine in and that needle hits? Yes, but no, I don't care. It's fine. It doesn't.
Okay,
matter.
cool. Because to me, it's just like if someone breathes or drinks water, it's how I say fucking shit. I cuss like it's second nature. And my fiance probably is, rethinking this wedding that's now 16 days away. But hey, who's counting?
Oh, yeah. So that's the vacation I was alluding to. We're coming to Coach Loudy's wedding. Loudy has no idea what he's in for. It's going to be
So I'm going to tell you exactly what I told my groomsmen in our group chat yesterday. Let me just go ahead and pull that up real quick, because we're all doing breakfast together that morning and things of that nature.
Yep.
I'm not going to read the whole quote, but I'll read you the last part. So so we're going to be coming in a trolley because our reception is at an old train station. So it goes a little something like this. I'm like, we will be picked up in the trolley and we'll do pictures around town. We'll make our entrance to, it's called Baker Street Station. We'll make our entrance there probably around 6. And then I said, open bar, so bring the best liver you got. So, Pete, bring the best liver you got.
Holy shnikes. Okay. All right. Challenge accepted. Yeah. That's I'm like I said, man, the old gray mare she I feel like I can, this is an apropos situation to quote Toby Keith, and mark it on your calendars, ladies and gentlemen. I am quoting a country singer. But I do have a lot of respect for Toby Keith, and I actually own a couple of the man's CDs, believe it or not. Yes, kids, there was a thing called CDs back in the day. Little
cross-dressers?
Oh, unfortunately, those are all too prevalent now. Anyway, no, we don't kink shame here unless you're a furry. Then all bets are off. But like the Toby Keith song goes, I ain't as good as I once was, but I'm as good once as I ever was.
Oh hell yeah! I used to be hell on wheels back when I was a younger man.
There we go. That's yep. So that's gonna be the story of your wedding for me. It's gonna be like, all right, here we go. It's I feel like Murtaugh, I'm getting too old for this shit, Riggs.
Yeah, me too, brother. Me too.
I'm getting too old for this shit. I'm 10 years older than you.
Just so you guys know, this morning show, and well, every morning show that I'm on is literally going to be like Lethal Weapon. If Lethal Weapon was just Murtaugh and Murtaugh.
Yep. That's literally that is truth right there.
Yeah.
That is truth. Let's see. Let me go back up, acknowledge the chat. Jamie East says, why can't coffee get itself? For as much energy as it provides, coffee is lazy.
Yes.
She also says, my daughter's going to be 21 on July 18th. I would venture a guess to say that you are probably within about 5 years of my age then. Probably minus, though, I would say. You're probably, I'm just going to take a guess. But I could, let's see if your daughter's going to be 21.
The fiance turns 27 tomorrow.
Okay, so she's a couple years younger than you. Yeah, my wife is what,
34.
No, she'll be 40 this year. She's 39. She'll be 40 this year.
Don't say that on air. Everyone says younger ages. Come on.
It's all good. She knows. I don't know if she's listening or not. I was gonna say, I always joke around. My dad used to do this to my mom all the time. He's like, when my mom hit, what was it, like 40, 41, he was like, well, time to trade you in for a pair of 20-year-olds. and now, knowing what I know and the way that 20-year-olds are, I'm like, you know what? Nah, I wouldn't trade her in. I wouldn't trade her in for anything, but especially for a pair of 20-year-olds, because I'm 41, and that'd just be like having kids. You know what I mean? Like I couldn't do. I never, these old. I mean, I understand why, but at the same time, I'm just like, nah. No, you know what? Too much, especially now with the way. No, I don't have the energy for that. All of that. I don't want to be. Yeah. I don't want to be the Instagram boyfriend. Sunset hard hands, honey. No, that's not me. I can't do it. Hey, look, it's John Davies. Hail, John Davies. What the hell does squeam mean? Unless they mean squirm, or the article was written by a fucking Powerpuff Girl.
It was definitely written by a Powerpuff Girl.
Well, you weren't here last? See, we get a different squad in the chat on the morning show. I'll show you a picture of the author of the review and that tweet. John, Eric Cohn. He is like soy level omega.
Soy mega.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Oh, Jamie's 41. She said, all right, 41. All right, so you're my age. Okay. All right. And let's see. Isn't your wife 26? Wink, wink. Yep. So she's very accomplished for a 26-year-old then.
Oh, we're talking about yours. I thought mine. I was like, well, she is 26 right now. She's going to be 27. And she had the audacity to tell me that she was feeling old the other day. And I looked at her and I'm like, who the fuck are you talking to? Because I know it ain't me.
No. Oh, hang on. We got another guest appearance here if I can grab him. Come here, fat boy. Ugh. No, stop fighting, you fat bastard. Come here.
Don't fight his love.
Meech is being uncooperative right now. Come here. There he is. Hang on, let me get that camera. Here's the big fat fluff ball. Behold my chunk.
Why does you introducing your cat sound like your Doomcock impersonation?
Harvey Cthulhu, this is my cat. He is Meech he's not impressed. He doesn't like to be picked up or held unless he comes to you and jumps on you, and then he's like, "Hey, it's the eat that pussy game."
Was that the one you brought on last week?
Yep.
I couldn't remember. I'm looking on my own fucking name.
Yep. There's only I've only got the one cat now. He's like unhand me human. Yeah, as he's sitting here like headbutting my knee and like rubbing on me now. He's probably out of food. I have to feed this fat bastard like 4 times a day.
Are you sure your cat's just not me?
He's seriously, dude. Like I like when I put food in his bowl like at night, I'll make sure it's filled and it's great too. He's gangster. He never wakes me up during the middle of the night. He goes to my wife's side of the bed and he climbs up on the nightstand and now she has to get up at like 5:30, 6 o'clock to get ready for work, and he sits there and he'll just be like meow, meow, meow. Meow until she gets up, and half the time she'll come out and she'll check his food because I don't budge. But she'll come out and check his food. There's food in his bowl. He'll walk out in front of where he's got like a platform his food's on, so the dog doesn't eat it, and and he'll sit there and he'll look at her. He'll rub up against her leg and just roll over on the floor and just want to be petted, just to be an asshole.
I also enjoy being an asshole.
He does that shit. And then she'll just lock him in the fucking bathroom. She puts him in my bathroom and just closes him. And he doesn't even care. He doesn't even try to get out. He just lays there and falls asleep on the carpet. I'm like, he's a dick. He can be a dick sometimes. But yeah, John Davies, it's the ETEP pussy cam. I was joking around. I got to start a, John No Chill Davies strikes again. That's why I like this cat. I got to start the OnlyFans for Big Meech. That's what it's going to be. It's going to be Big Meech's pussy cam, and it's just going to be pictures of the cat.
That's great.
I'll charge people $5 a month. Somebody I joked around with Salvador on Facebook, and I was like, I posted a picture of Meech, and I was like, yeah, it was him like laying on the counter, like all spread out, and I was like, what the fuck did I say? I was like, yeah, this is a preview for Big Meech's OnlyFans. And I put onlyfans.com, /Big Meech. And it actually came up as a real link.
Oh, wow.
And somebody had it. So it'll be like Big Meech's something. I'll come up with a name. Now him and the dog are here, and the dog's just staring at me.
Natalia?
Yep.
Natalia Neidhart?
Yep, Natty Neidhart. She just went to the groomers the other day and got her hair did, got her nails did. Oh, yeah, she's all pretty.
I'm going to the groomer to get my nails did on 2 days before the wedding.
Nice.
You people don't joke. I'm not getting them done. I'm just getting a manicure and a pedicure at the request of my fiance. But honestly, I like pedicures. So
I've had two. I've gotten them done twice. Both times before I went on vacation. The wife was like, "Do you want to?" I'm like, "Yeah, why not?" So and I'm really weird about my feet, and I didn't mind at all, honestly. Especially like when we got we went and got the Dominican. We did like the whole full body wrap, like massage thing. Like I don't mind. Like I've had full body massage before, and it's like I don't mind when they touch my feet. I was afraid literally of like kicking the masseuse in the face or something because it like might be ticklish or something. You know what I mean?
No, because I'm not ticklish.
I am. but it really didn't even like phase me here. And this is the rabbit holes we go down here. We were talking about Black Widow, now we're talking about like feet massages. I feel like Samuel L. Jackson and John Travolta in Pulp Fiction.
I knew where you were going with it.
You knew. Well, that's funny because I do have something I want to talk about. We'll go through a couple more of these reviews, and I do want to talk about Quentin Tarantino a little bit.
I saw something. I forget where I saw, but apparently he autographed some chick's foot because she asked him to.
Well, he's a very known. He's got a thing for feet.
Oh, I know.
He does. He does. And honestly, I can honestly say that like I don't mind like well manicured. You know what I mean? Like to me, okay. I've always looked at it like this. And it's like if a woman takes care of her feet, everything is taken care of.
Oh, yeah.
And that could go for anybody. It doesn't have to be a woman. But for me, like when I was looking at like, when I was dating and shit like that, like, I mean, let's be honest, you see somebody in there, and you everybody measures each other up. You do. You do. And, I'm looking, you don't want to look down there at the feet and see a fucking gargoyle.
No,
I mean,
absolutely not.
Let's be honest. That is the last thing you want to see.
Right.
And guys out there, there's nothing wrong with grooming yourself.
Nope.
Trust me. A little grooming goes a long way. So yeah, don't be afraid of that. And this is grooming tips with ETEP, and we'll be talking about kink shaming tomorrow on the show, and Vassie's on.
Yeah, what are you into, Vass? We're gonna go ahead and shame you the whole time.
She's not a furry. We're good.
Okay,
we
can still shame her.
She's not a furry. I mean, we can, but like I said, the only people will kink shame here on the channel are definitely furries. Wait, what did John say, Coach? Have you ever done that thing where the fish eat the dead skin off your feet? Apparently,
I know exactly what he's talking about. No, but I've always wanted to try it. So it's like I forget exactly what it is, but they do have spas with that. There used to be one in Newport, Kentucky, just across the river from Cincinnati, and I don't think it did well, and ended up shutting down. But no, I've always wanted to. My fiance and I have talked about that. We talked about it a lot over the years. So, damn, John.
I can talk about beard hair care. I've got a lot of that. I mean,
No, he wants the top of the head or nothing at all, Pete.
well then, I got nothing for you, literally and figuratively. Vassy Reviews says, Miss Vassy, she says, you want to get into a shame war with an Irish person? You brave.
I can hold my own, Vassy, Irish or not. I got you.
Right? I'm not. Oh, Nerium. What's up, Katie? How you doing? Welcome. She says, hello, Mr. P, Coach, and chat. Hail to you all. Hail, Katie. How are you?
Hey, hold on, what's this person's name?
This is Katie.
Oh, hail, Katie.
She has an amazing comic book called Bonds the Drive. It's in demand right now on Indiegogo. Let me pull up the link for that, actually.
Please do, because I was about to ask where one could find a copy, because I live in America. Well, actually, not just America. It's pretty much anywhere. But to quote the great Ron Swanson, I live in an America where if a man does a job, he deserves payment. And in this case, we live in an America where a woman does a great job and deserves payment. So
that's it. Let's see.
Yeah.
Let me get, here we go. Here it is right here. And I'm going to share this screen, and I'll put it in the chat as well, because this is a project that is worth backing, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Indiegogo link for Bonds the Drive, which is...
Can I get a quick summary of what it's about?
Let's see. So it's a long story short, it's a werewolf story.
All right.
I don't want to not do it justice, but we will. I'll show the trailer. How about that?
Wait, there's a trailer?
Yeah.
You son of a bitch, I'm in.
Red Gaze put the trailer together for Katie. He does wonderful trailer work. And he's got a book right now out that I've backed called Sunsworn. That's another one I'll be sharing the link to. And Red is our co-host on Monday night with myself and Tony. He is the assistant regional manager here.
Assistant to the regional manager, sir.
I promoted him. I actually promoted him.
Oh, you promoted him?
To assistant regional manager. I said it doesn't come with a pay increase or an office or anything else. It's a lot more work, but you got to deal with it. So here's the trailer. Let's play this. And that is
that was fucking sweet.
Yes, sir. Yeah, so that's Bonds the Drive. That is, I believe that's in demand right now on Indiegogo. So
if it's not, it should be.
Yeah, she had a awesome campaign. I mean, she killed it with her campaign. So it was, let's see, she hit 943% of her goal, 438 backers. Yeah. So it did amazing. The perks per level of backing are awesome. I actually got I believe it was one of the characters coming from, I won in they did a drawing over on one of the closeout streams, and I won a piece of artwork. So
oh, nice.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I said that'll be hung up on.
Honestly, one of the characters kind of looked like you when you had hair.
It did. The big guy with the beard. I'm like,
yeah,
that honestly looked like me when I was wrestling. Sans the hair, but yeah, man. So that's Bonds the Drive. You got to check that out. It's definitely one worth backing.
And if you don't check it out, we will come find you.
Oh God. She says maybe if you ask Vinny, he'll make you some nice hair ointment too.
Who's Vinny?
Vinny Tardamella. He is another person, guy I met, great friend now. He's a comic book artist. He was the former lead toy designer at McFarlane Toys.
Oh, badass.
Yeah, wonderful, wonderful comic book artist. I've got one of his books. It's which one? City of Venus. I've got City of Venus and his art book, and the art is dude. So between Katie and Vinny and Machini 90 and Carla, who's doing, like, she has her, I think, was it a zombie comic? Katie, correct me if I'm wrong, or is it vampire? I can't remember. There's so many like amazing artists, and I just had Phoenix Animation on last night, and Dean James from Comics Mate. So there's so many just awesome creators in this community. So you got to look and stop supporting this mainstream comic crap. If you still are, don't. Tina Bojan, good morning, Tina. How are you? Good to see you in the chat. That ship formerly known as Slave One. Good morning, y'all. Good morning.
Oh yeah, and I heard about that.
Yep, they changed it on the Lego set right now. Johnny Cage, CM Punk. Witch Hunter is Carla's. Thank you. Yeah, there's so many awesome freaking comics out there right now. I couldn't remember the name of it. Thank you, Johnny Cage. And Johnny, you're correct me if I'm wrong. Aren't you working on something too? I know we were on Red Stream together, and I apologize. I apologize for not remembering. But I know you are involved in comics in some level. I can't remember if you're writing or doing art, or you have your own book though at this point. I'm sorry.
Either he's a strip club owner, sir.
Might be. Vassy says break is over. Take care. Everyone. See you tomorrow. Goodbye, Vassy. We will see you tomorrow morning.
Bye, Vassy. Have a good day.
For Irish coffee. Brightest day. Hail to you, sir.
Hail brightest day.
Brightest Day is actually a member of the Pegasus Actual podcast with Supreme Heretic, Stephen Walton, and the crew over there. So big ups to Brightest Day. He's somebody I gotta have on the channel here very soon. There's a lot of other creators out there that I'm working on collabs with right now, trying to get bring on the show. Tim Talks. Will be on in a couple weeks. Next week, I've got Rookie Critic, Jeff the Rookie Critic, awesome dude. I love Rook. Rookie's coming on, and Black Angus Reviews will be making his debut he's never been on the channel. I've streamed with Angus a couple times, but yeah, he'll be on. I'm trying to get Saggy Melons to come back on. In a couple weeks with Tim. Saggy's wonderful. She's a great friend of the channel, and I enjoy streaming with her. Miriam says, E-Tab brother, can we show some love for Sunsworn? Oh, absolutely. She says, I'm just drawing a page from it. It's going to be so epic. Space dragons, fantasy and action, sexy chicks. Yes, and I forgot to mention that. I'm sorry, Katie. Let me get the Indiegogo for Sunsworn Wings of Vengeance, because it is it's another one that I backed, and Red Gaze, it's Red Gaze's project, and the first book was Edge of Annihilation, and that was an actual book. This is a comic, which is dope. We're gonna show the trailer here for this because it's freaking amazing. God. Yeah, it is man. This art, and big ups to Katie. Your artwork is just freaking phenomenal. Yeah, I wish I could draw more than stick figures.
Same, dude. Like I look at, I look at the stuff from the trailer we just watched, and I'm like, holy shit! If I had like an ounce of that, that I could do, I might be half of something. But
Yep,
right now I'm a quarter of nothing. So,
oh, trust me, I have no artistic ability. All right, here we go. This is Wings of Vengeance. This is the final trailer.
I swear to God, I'm not gonna have any fucking money left by the end of this show.
Dude, yeah, it's freaking hot, isn't it?
Yeah, dummy. Yeah.
Seriously. So you've got there's a lot of there's so many good just did you hear that?
Yeah.
Did you hear Trey?
I did.
Trey, do it again. Trey's Grace Randolph impression. Oh, the kid's awesome. Yeah, he was like, show me that intro again. So he's got all the Grace Randolph quotes down.
Wow.
Now,
That's impressive.
Oh yeah, he's at. And while we're on the subject of comics, I've got one more artist I'm going to feature here, and that would be my man Vinny Tartamella, who we're going to show off Shadow of the Kraken, and this is just proof positive that you see these indie comics, right, Loudy?
Yeah.
And they know these artists know how to make sexy ass women. Like, you know, back in the day when you'd open up the comics and like you'd see like Rogue, for example, and she was just a smoke show, or just a Black Cat, which I have the thing for Black Cat cosplay. I can't lie.
I was a big fan of Rogue.
Yeah, dude, Rogue with that accent. It's that accent, man. That Creole. Oh my God. Yeah. Anyway. Anywho,
Easy, Pete. Keep your pants.
Brutal Morningwood. That's why I'm off camera. This is with Marvel and DC being purposefully rotted from the inside out. It's nice to see we're in good hands. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right, Brutal. Katie says thank you. Oh, you're welcome, darling. You are absolutely welcome. Absolutely happy to showcase that. So, and actually, my avatar. Right there is that's Katie's work. She drew my avatar of myself and Trey.
That's fucking awesome.
Yep.
I just found a picture of CM Punk and made it mine. So
I had I've had a lot of different ones, but yeah, this is definitely my favorite, man. And that's why I said Trey's like diarrhea is cool, because Red Gaze taught Trey diarrhea cha cha cha. So Trey comes running in the office at night during the night streams, and on Mondays when Red's on, and he's got to do his diarrhea cha cha cha. So here we go. This is Shadow of the Kraken. This is a pirate, a freaking pirate story that is amazing. Yeah. And Vinny, this is his 6th campaign. He's fulfilled 6 in the last year or so. Couple years, 6 campaigns fulfilled, delivered.
That's fantastic.
That right there, and for all these naysayers, oh well, you know what? I know some people. There's been unfulfilled campaigns, and there's been campaigns that have been delayed. And every artist and every creator handles that differently. But when you have people like Vinny who are just like banging these things out. Yeah. I mean, that right there is a testament to the community, what it can be. You know what I mean? When people with work ethics like Vinny, like Katie, like Red Gaze, all these people out there doing their damn thing. And Jeff from World Class was stealing solo. There was an issue with the first book. What did he do? He owned it, and he made it right. He made it right by everybody, and that
was the thing. Jeff didn't really have to own it because it wasn't anything that he did, but him being his baby and his comic, he
owned it anyway.
Exactly,
and said,
he took full ownership, and that's one of the big things. For those of you who don't know, Jeff and I have been friends for damn near 20 years, and it's so weird to say that because we met in high school, and we. It started off, we were just wrestling fans, and it was I remember he had just transferred in. I was a sophomore, he was a junior, and I just saw this big dude that looked like Andre the Giant, and I'm like, I was scared of him in the halls because he just looked mean. And then we had this thing called the Walk for Others where it sounds like that. We collect money from family, friends, whoever will give us money. And then based off of how much ever money you raise, you you then that money goes towards, I forget what it went towards, but it was a good cause. I know that much because we went to a Catholic school, and I ended up meeting him that day, and I forget how we even got on the subject. He told me his name was Jeff. I said, "Hi, my name is Eric," and then we found out we're both wrestling fans, and the entire time we walked, we literally just talked wrestling, and it was great. So that's how our friendship started.
That's awesome, man. It's been, like you said, almost 20 years.
Yeah, it's been hold on, I got to do some math in my head. 2005, about 16 years. We're on upwards of 16 years right now. So,
damn, that's excellent, man.
Yeah, he's a groomsman in the wedding and all that good jazz. So,
yeah, the weekend of your wedding's going to be fun. That is going to be a good
I plan
time.
on needing to go to the hospital to get my liver looked at by the end of the honeymoon. So
you're going to be on like a drip. At some point.
A bourbon drip.
I'm mainlining freaking bourbon right now. Yep. It's fine. We're fine. We're all fine. It's fine. Just a weapons malfunction. How are you?
How are you guys?
Yeah. So let's see here. We've got Adam, superfan Adam Shaw on WCBS for life.
Oh, absolutely.
Hell yeah.
I remember being on that show in its early stages. I started my first episode of WCBS I was ever on was the Dark Phoenix review. I know I saw an X-Men movie in theaters, and then I had to review it later that night, and because we went and saw it opening night, like not together, like separate but together, and that was the first episode. I want to say it was episode 34 was my first episode, and I was on for 30 some odd episodes, and then I was on, and then I was off, and then life got in the way, and then I got in the way of myself because like I remember at one point. Oh God, what was his name? Dustin. Yeah, Dustin was like the ultimate shit talker, and he got in my head, and because I did honestly, like, I'm better about it now, but not by much. Like, I was never really big into comic books, and he at one point on the show asked me like, "What the hell do you even bring to the show?" And then I just kind of disappeared. So I never did like Dustin.
He said that to you on the air?
On air.
Oh, hell no. See? Like, okay, right there. It's people like that. Like, okay. So everybody brings something. And I've streamed with a lot of different people. Trust me. There's been people, and Loudy can attest to this, that have been on our streams that will never be on our streams again.
Yeah.
And never, ever, ever once have I ever on air berated, belittled, or insulted anyone. Jamie said it right. That's disrespectful. And never would I ever do that. You first of all, like I would have said, well, who the fuck are you? Who the fuck are you?
I wasn't trying to start a fight on air. So.
Exactly. But at that point, it's pretty much like, yeah, you took the high ground and you did it right.
I did keep the high ground. It's over, Dustin. I have the high ground.
And I've never heard anything good about him, honestly.
I've got a story for you off air, unless you've heard it already.
I haven't. I've never heard anything good about him. Everything I've heard about him has been like why, like kind of like, he just, yeah. So that's, just one of those things. It's like, yeah. So hearing that is like, it just reaffirms, what I've heard. So, God, yeah. And like I said, that's just, you don't disrespect somebody on air like that. That is, that's when you just want to sit there as a host and just be like,
you will be silent.
That's awesome. I love how you have those just at the ready.
Oh, dude, I've got some good ones.
It's me, Austin. Oh, son of a bitch.
That's probably one of my favorite. But before we play, because there's new eyes in the chat. I know there is. Before we play Shadow of the Kraken, let me do this, because normally on the night show we have breaks. We're going a little bit over an hour. That's fine. I've got a little bit of leeway time right here.
Yeah.
It doesn't take me long to put the face on. I just got to shower and put all of this together. But anyway,
honestly, us starting 15 minutes later gave me a a chance to shower, and I felt gross because I smoked a pork shoulder in the smoker last night.
Nice.
And and I made my homemade mac and cheese too, which for those of you who want to see it, the recipe and the cooking video is on my TikTok. I did post that. Hashtag food porn, hashtag foodie. Also, if you look under teachers of TikTok, you might find it there too. But anywhom, I digress. But no, there's a video of that, and I made my homemade mac and cheese last night. That you got to bake it, and yeah. So I'm not white people, so I season my foods, and it's great. But Pete, I'll go ahead and I'll send you pictures privately of the things that I cooked last night. Right now,
fuck yeah.
Yeah, easy there, man. You might need here we go. So
see, that's the thing is like I'm not a stereotypical white people when it comes
to
white people when it comes to cooking, like because I like heat, I like spice, I like rich textured flavors in my food, man.
Yeah. I mean I get it. I'm part Japanese, so I totally get it. Like my mom, oh shit, no, go away. My mom always cooked with flavor and like all this other stuff. And it was just, I never understood when people said white people make bland food because like I look white, even though I'm a quarter Japanese. And it's just like, I never understood when people say we make bland food. I'm like, I've never had bland food in my life. So
no,
it's corn fused, as it were.
Yep, that fucking food looked amazing, especially that macaroni and cheese.
Well, I'll tell you what, that macaroni and cheese has so much cheese in it, you probably won't shit for at least 4 days. Now, I've managed to in the past 24 hours, but you probably will not if you eat it. It also has Jimmy Dean's maple breakfast sausage in it because I used to put bacon in it, and then one time I was like, bacon's not thawed. I have this in the fridge. Let's try it. And my fiance was like, "Oh God, this is amazing. Make it like this." So that's what I did. Oh, Johnny Cage getting down and dirty,
dude. Well, look,
Johnny Cage.
I have to. I'm not really trimming this at all. Just like up here, and then like a little bit back here right now, like up at the top of the sideburns, because I'm going the day before I leave to come down to Fort Wayne. I found the barber I take Trey to used to cut my back 20 years ago when I had hair still. He used to cut my hair, and I asked him, I'm like, "Hey Todd, do you do beards and stuff?" And he's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "All right then."
All right.
So I'm gonna go in and he's gonna line everything up because I've just kind of like let it go. Like it's all glorious right now. I got complimented at the bar the other night by some dude. One of the waitresses told her husband who was sitting at the bar to tell me my beard was nice, and I was like, I don't know. She want to run her hands through it, and he was like, "Yes, King." I was like, "That's right, bitch. Bow down." No, no. But it was just funny. My wife's like, I'm like, "Yeah, that's right. You got it like that." I'm like, "Your man's fine." She wasn't talking about the beard. Is my glorious gloss finish on my cranial region. I don't fucking know. I took an edible this morning. It's fucking, my back hurts. I gotta go to the chiropractor. I got an appointment to get adjusted. I kind of tweaked it when I was deadlifting the other day, because I lost my goddamn weight belt when I moved, which really made me literally almost cry, because it was my dad's weight belt, and he's had it since he was a fucking teenager.
That's rough, buddy.
And I left it at our old house when we moved, and I didn't realize it until we were unpacking. Yeah, so that really, like, I haven't bought another one. And then I tweaked my back deadlifting the other day, and now I'm like, I try to do like tuck and roll, like crunches, where you put your hands behind your head and you like lift your whole body up and then like go back down, like your legs like slow down. It's like all core. Yeah. Well, I couldn't with the way my lower back was. I did like 2 of them, and I'm like, okay, yeah, nope, this isn't happening. Like, I probably shouldn't have lifted today, but I kind of went light yesterday, and I'm like, I can't go 2 days in a row. This is like week 3. I'm like, statistically, this is the week where most people's training routines fail. I'm like, no, not this time. No, I am bound and determined. The only thing that really pissed me off, and I'm not a scale watcher, like I lost about 30 pounds starting in January around there, because I started doing Weight Watchers because I got heavy in chubby in the off season in the winter. I let myself go, is what happened. You know, bad diet, you know, that kind of stuff. And so me and the wife both, and she's lost like 30, 32 pounds. She's done excellent. I kind of gained some back, and then I started lifting, and I'm like, you know, I know what happens to my body when I lift because I have to eat more protein. I gained like 3 pounds. I'm like, but I'm not like, you know, it's not fat. So I'm like, you know, okay, cool. But still at the same time, it's like I lost all that weight, you know, and then I gained some of it back. And then I gained another 3 pounds. I'm like, son of a bitch. I've been working out. I've been training for 3 weeks. I've been eating good, you know. And then, yeah, I'm like, but it's like, I gotta, you know, get it through your head. It doesn't matter. It's just, it's not fat. It's muscle, you know.
It doesn't matter.
You got to realize that. And it's like, but when you have like, I've always like suffered for, especially, dude, at one point, like back in 2010, I was when I did like 2008, when I got into wrestling, I did some modeling before that. So I was like, well, I'm 6'3", but I was 190 pounds, and I only had like probably 9% body fat. So when I started like training to bulk, when I was getting ready to start like actually like work some matches, like at the beginning, I started bulking up a little bit,
right.
And I got pissed because I was gaining weight, and I'm like, you know, because I was used to carrying like so little body fat. Like I had like the veins like in my abs, like the top of my abs had like veins. But yeah, that's how like how cut I got. But I was sponsored by a supplement company for a year at that point too, called, what the fuck was it, Anabolic Addiction. They found me on YouTube back in the day. So yeah, and like I said, after a year, when I got into wrestling, I just couldn't maintain my obligations to them, which it was nice getting free supplements, I'll tell you that. But yeah, it just like it's very weird, like, because like I said, I was so used to being like thin and cut as opposed to like putting on mass, and yeah, I got a little bit mad because I was losing some of my vascularity and shit. But yeah, like doing photo shoots was a bitch. I fucking hated it. I had to shave my legs. I had to shave my legs, dude. That sucked. I've never. Ladies, hats off to you for that. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I had to do it once. I'd never do it again. Yeah, no. Couldn't do it, ladies and gents. Well, I said one time was more than enough. But enough about grooming and shit like that. But yeah, so I don't know. It's just weird. You just have to like mentally get your head space into, look, you're gonna gain weight, but it's not gonna be fat. It's you know what I mean? So it is. It's like that. But let's watch Wakanda Land. If you haven't seen Wakanda Land yet, this is from my co-host Tony Tone Deaf's channel, The Clown World Review. I urge you to go subscribe to him because he's fucking amazing and he's hilarious, and he has stuff like this.
Do you ever look around at your continent and feel a little down? Ashamed of where you come from? Do you ever see your parents offered up to a Libyan warlord from your cage and silently wish to yourself, reality can be whatever I want? My friends, are you simply hungry?
Hi, I'm trans non-binary Disney CEO Bob Chapek, and I'm inviting you to experience the other side of reality. Relax, recuperate, and reinvent yourself at our newest and most diverse Walt Disney World Resort. When real life doesn't quite cut it, come experience our version of Africa. Introducing Wakanda Land.
Book your reservation at Wakanda Land today and get a free 30-day trial to Lucasfilm writer Leslie Headland's new dating app, Wine and Dynasty. It's a sure thing every time. Available for download through the App Store or Google Play.
Guys, listen, I heard of this new restaurant that I wanted to check out. It's a great place to take a date. It's Wine and Dynasty. Wow.
Fucking Tony's the man. That was dude. That whole I'm trans non-binary CEO Bob Chapek.
I still can't get over that. It's hilarious.
And Bob Chapek looks like a big penis anyway, so it just makes it that much better. I love that there's a Planned Parenthood in Wakanda land.
Yeah, I remember we talked about that last week on.
Yeah, I love it. Tony's great. I've got another one queued up here. This is we're gonna play this for my boy Vinny Tartamello, ladies and gents. This is the trailer for Shadow of the Kraken. I urge you, get this in demand. Vinny's awesome. Vinny's awesome. He's a kick-ass guy. Check out his channel, Vinny Art. He's closing in on 1,000 right now. He's over the 800 mark. And give him some more watch hours because YouTube was dicking with his watch hours too. So help a brother out. And here is the trailer for Shadow of the Kraken. Yeah, you tell me that's not better than anything out of the mainstream. You know what I mean? That is fire. That's another Red Gaze trailer right there.
Yeah.
Doesn't that shit look cinematic?
It does.
Like, oh my god! Like, I told Vinny, I was like, dude, this could be like an animated movie. Like, I mean, the presentation of that's exactly what it, and that's, you look at Sunsworn, you look at Bonds, and you look at Shadow of the Kraken. These are three prime examples of just amazing talent that's in this community. So yeah, that is just baller ass work right there.
Like, honestly,
man.
seeing all this stuff just lets me, it's just, I guess it makes me feel good because, you know, I always knew that there was an alternative out there, but I never knew what the alternative was. And then just being, even though as lightly, you know, as light as I am in this community, it's, you know, I'm looking and it's nice to see that the quality is of the utmost. And I should know that. And I shouldn't think that, you know, just because it's out here doesn't mean it's not going to be high quality. It's not, because it's going to be high quality.
Yep.
So, you know, it's great to see it, and it makes me excited.
Oh yeah, that like I said, man, and I gotta give props to Machiny 90 too. Machiny is a name that I remember hearing in WCBS years ago when I first started, you know, listening before the channel, but I was still listening in the chats and everything, and you know, commenting and things.
Right.
And yeah, so getting to know Machiny through Rogue Entertainment, which I'm a part of now, that young man is another one. Just primo stuff. I think he just crossed 600 subs, so that's, his channel's coming up too. He's getting more exposure. Another super talented artist. And he can draw some women. That seems to be like a theme. Like you see like how weird they try to draw like females in like mainstream comics. I mean, look at Red, that Winter Hulk that's like actually like transgender. Look at how they draw, like that's basically Hulk with like a blonde wig and a crop top. And now you're seeing like these these independent creators, the way they draw, you draw feminine. It's like these are actually females. We don't.
Are you just assuming their gender?
I apparently I did.
How could
I was
you, sir?
So bold as to be able to look at somebody and be like, oh, that's a woman, or oh, that's a man, But dude, the pirate stuff, the detail he goes like with the sticking the knife in the eye. That is like one of my favorite panels I've seen so far out of there. It's just it's amazing how good this art looks. So yeah, I'm stoked. There's so much good stuff going on. But we're going to now that we've talked about the good, it's time to close out the day talking about the not so good.
Yeah.
And this is we're going to talk a little bit about Quentin Tarantino and his relationship with Leslie Headland's former boss, Harvey Weinstein. And it's apropos that we were talking about feet earlier, and then we talk about Quentin Tarantino. Which did you see Once Upon a Time in Hollywood?
I did not.
Oh my God. Okay, so when you do, all right, just be prepared for a lot of Margot Robbie's dirty feet. All right.
Okay.
Like every opportunity he could, squeeze in it was like, oh my God, bro, like. And like I said, I'm not kink shaming because I appreciate well manicured feet, but at the same time it's like I could have done without that because it was a good movie, but it's just like I didn't need Margot Robbie's dirty ass feet in like every other frame.
I mean, but you did.
I didn't though. I didn't. I promise you.
Quentin Tarantino said if there's one thing Pete needs by the end of the day today, it is nothing but Margot Robbie's dirty feet.
I mean, if it was more of her in The Wolf of Wall Street, okay. Or just that one, the only good scene in Suicide Squad was her taking her prison outfit off and putting the Harley Quinn outfit on.
Yeah.
That was the only scene in that movie that was worth watching. But I couldn't, like I said, I could have done without the whole thing of Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. But so, it was a quote unquote open secret in Hollywood what Leslie Headland's boss, Harvey Weinstein, was up to. And the fact that I keep saying Leslie Headland's boss, Harvey Weinstein, is because, people are just kind of sweeping it under the rug now and forgetting about it for a company that preaches, they're along the lines of, women must be believed, empowered, put on pedestals, which I have no problem with empowering women. I have no issue with strong women. I'm married to one. She's got to be to tolerate me.
Yeah.
And she just says, yep. Yeah. But no, seriously. And this, everything that they do is performative virtue signaling. They're a for-profit company. They're not some, it's not the motherfucking, March Dimes over here. This isn't the the Salvation Army is a bad one or is it Salvation Army that was shady? Something was shady with, I can't remember.
I thought it was Goodwill.
Goodwill. It was Goodwill, not Salvation Army. I was like, the Salvation Army. I'm like, how does one achieve the rank of captain in the Salvation Army? I don't.
I am the captain now.
Mon Capitan. Look at me.
I am the captain.
Did you hear? She's like,
Yes,
I'm the captain now. I am the little Ethiopian. Look at me. I am the captain now.
Little enough.
You are. I'm going to reach over there and grab the He-Man sword. Make me strike you down.
If you strike her down, she will come back twice as powerful.
I know, right? It's either that or I'll just collect the insurance.
You still need my paycheck.
I know, right? Hey, Lola. Good morning, Lola. Hey, I'm gonna DM you about a appearance date for you on a Wednesday, dear. So I will shoot you a message after the show. Seeing you in the chat though just reminded me. Good morning, Chris Underwood. Hail to you, sir. Thank you for joining us. Like I said, Chris was here, I believe, last night briefly. But yeah, man, Chris has been around my YouTube channels since 2006. So
Nice.
when YouTube started, man, and he's an OG. We were friends on MySpace, and then reconnected.
Was he in your top 8?
He was, I believe, at one
Good,
point.
good.
I believe he was. And then people used to get salty over that, man. I remember, like, boy, because I didn't really know social media etiquette. I was new to. I mean, I just like got on MySpace because of like wrestling. You know, it was like a way to promote. But yeah, and then Facebook came up. MySpace turned into like a ghost town with tumbleweeds blowing everywhere. But so Quentin Tarantino wishes he had done more to stop Harvey Weinstein. Claims that everybody knew about the producer's sexual misconduct. I mean, look at him right there. He just looks like he's looking at feet.
I mean, who isn't? I am right now.
This is Josh Berger. This is from yesterday. Bounding into comics. Big shout out to John Trent and the crew over there. John, Josh, Spencer, Donald, Drew. Thank you all, man. JB Augustine, you guys are doing the Lord's work over there. Renowned.
Someone has to.
Yeah, somebody's got to be, an online, news outlet that doesn't have spin, because every one of these other websites is almost just 100% garbage tier. Outside of like Bleeding Fool is pretty good. There's some good ones, but I mean, you get like, your We Got This Covered, Screen Rant, Screen Crush, Gossip Cop, Showbiz, Cheat Sheet.
Wait. Are you telling me We Got This Covered isn't a credible source?
Well, there is some credibility to some of their stuff because
They were right like what, 4 times?
They've been right 4 times, and they'll spend an entire paragraph telling you. Each article has a dedicated paragraph to each 4 times that they've been right.
From the creators that brought you this.
Yeah. From the same people that told you that, let's see, you gotta think
of the 4 things they got right.
Yeah, I got to remember what they were, and it eludes me at this moment, but
that's all right.
Yeah, so Tarantino, let's see. Renowned filmmaker Quentin Tarantino, known for such critically praised movies as Once Upon a Time in Hollywood and Pulp Fiction, recently asserted that not only did, quote, everybody know about Hollywood film producer Harvey Weinstein being a sex offender, but the director himself personally wishes he had done more to stop him. Like, you're that concerned about your career, there you just let this guy continue his, and there's another take on this whole situation that I read over at the Mary Sue, and it's very cringy. Weinstein was first accused of sexual assault in October 2017. In March of 2020, after dozens of women had come forward and accused the producer of sexual misconduct, Weinstein was eventually sentenced to 23 years in prison for rape and sexual assault. In a recent interview with Joe Rogan, when asked about his relationship with Weinstein, Tarantino expressed, "He wasn't just this guy who financed my movies. He was kind of like a father figure." Yeah, that's what Jennifer Lawrence said too. And if it wasn't for him, her career probably would never launched. I mean, he was kind of fucked up father figure, but that's most people's fucking father. He continued. But he was like, he was involved in my professional life for like a long, long time. So, I think it's kind of sad. Then the acclaimed director reminisced about the time he sat down and did an interview with the New York Times, in which he first mentioned that he wished he had done something sooner in order to prevent Weinstein from taking things too far. And that was part of the take from the Mary Sue, was they were trying to they're like, oh, the only place a cishet white man can go is Joe Rogan, which I'm like, fuck, they're just pissed because Joe Rogan's making all the dough. Bruce Lombardo says, have you ever tried Hindu squats and royal court routine as a warm down? I haven't. I'll have to look it up. I've got a
Hindu squats. I remember those.
What are the Hindu squats?
Hindu squats or sumo squats, as far as I know.
Oh, I do sumo squats. Yeah, I do those. Actually, I had Trey doing those with me. With his little, he had his little dumbbell. He had his little like 2 or 3 pounder he was doing them with. But yeah, I do the sumo squats. The Royal Court.
I don't know what the Royal Court is.
I don't either. I'll look it up on I'll just look it up and see what it is, and I'll hit you up, Bruce. But I'll try it. Like next time I do legs, I will try, absolutely.
Like I used to tell the girls back in my single days, I'll try just about anything twice.
Right?
Yeah.
Maybe 3 times. Who knows?
Yeah, you gotta make sure you like it.
right? It takes a little bit to, fucking add. The acclaimed director, okay, we read that. Let's see. One of the things I ended up saying was, well, I wish I had done more during the time. And a lot of people read a lot about what could possibly mean. Tarantino explained, actually, what it means is I wish I had talked to the guy. He then revealed, I wish I'd sat him down and had the uncomfortable conversation. I didn't know about any rapes or anything like that, but I knew he was. I chalked it up to the boss chasing the secretary around the desk. And that's a line that'll get him attacked right there. That because he's inferring that the 1950s trope of the boss chase the secretary around the desk trying to pinch your ass like that was ever okay, and intersectional feminists will pounce on that.
Did you say fur as in like furries?
Infer, no.
Infurries?
Infer, not infer. God damn you! No. Stop that right meow.
Woof.
That's I gotta mix. That's a clip I have to mix before I end thing. Before I when we're done with the show, I've got to make the Star-Lord on. Yeah, I've got something I'm gonna do with that because I have Star-Lord, doing the boom and flipping everybody off and jumping into the portal from Infinity War. I've got to edit some audio over that of him saying something different. But yeah, I'll tell you off air what it is because it'll be ready. Good. It'll be ready for tomorrow.
Good.
Let's see. As if that's okay, the director continued. But, I mean, that's how I kind of looked at it. He was making unwanted advances. That's how I looked at it. Okay, well, that's still wrong. So, I'm sorry. What Tarantino is doing right here, to me, is mental gymnastics to justify the fact that he didn't blow the whistle on this because he said it earlier. Harvey didn't just finance his movies. He was more of a father figure. It's him doing mental gymnastics, trying to skirt around the fact that he had the opportunity to blow the whistle on the whole thing, like a lot of people did and didn't because of the money, the notoriety, the fame. They didn't want to be blacklisted in Hollywood as a snitch, a whistleblower, which is going to, cost them work and money in the long run. So they just allowed this to go on. But then these are the same people that want to chastise us for criticizing a movie, and call us, all the istophobe names and things of the like.
Yeah.
But they let a monster like this continue to abuse women and dehumanize them. But you can't criticize a film.
No.
Or you're a bigot,
That's right.
Istophobe. But yeah, please, and Meryl Streep, with her moral high ground, I remember Harvey Weinstein is a god, and it's like, are you still saying that now? The only person I truly laughed at when they were diagnosed with the coof was Harvey Weinstein. He got it when he was, he's in prison, and they said it. It was like on the CBS Morning News. They were talking about it one morning. So Harvey Weinstein was diagnosed with. I was like, that's fucking beautiful. Fuck him. I honestly, I was like, I did. I kind of laughed. I'm like, well, it couldn't happen to a nicer guy, and that's every bit of suffering that caused him was just a little bit of karma and retribution for everybody that he took advantage of. And let's be honest, a lot of them were probably like the situation. And I'm not, this is all speculatory, but I mean, let's be honest. We know how the casting couch works in Hollywood. Hey, do you want to be a star? You know what I mean?
I would love to. What do I got to
do? Come sit right here.
Okay. Is it comfortable?
Oh, it's very comfortable.
Oh, good.
Don't worry. I'm going to need you to take your top off.
Okay. Just this once though, okay?
I've never done this before.
I've never done this before.
Yeah, it's fine. It's all fine. But seriously, no, though, that's, and, there's a lot of that, and, not all, I'm sure, like I said, the unwanted stuff, but I mean, when you're knowingly, saying like, well, I can bang this guy and he's going to give me movie roles, I mean, you're kind of putting yourself in that situation, so I don't,
Wait, am I not supposed to bang the guy for movie roles?
I mean, I guess. I mean, I don't know. I personally, I wouldn't. I'd like to think if I played for that team, I could probably do better than that. But I mean, if you look at it, the positive side, the guy's rich. But at the negative, you've got to touch that, which is like, no, yeah, no, I'm good.
Okay.
I'll just at that point, I would just be like, I'll just be asexual or just single. It doesn't matter. I don't need anything or anybody if I have to touch that. No. But I guess, anything for the price of fame, right?
Yeah, that's what I'd do.
I have no morals. Why not?
Anything to get my TikToks out there, man.
Like, he's just hideously ugly. Ugh. I do miss seeing those Miramax logos, though. Miramax Productions brings you the casting couch. Tarantino then noted that one of the reasons why Weinstein took things words are hard. Weinstein took things too far was because no one talked to him about this or even mentioned anything, despite, as the director recalled, how everyone who knew Weinstein knew about the way in which he behaved. Yeah, and to say that nobody talked to him would be almost too akin to implying that he didn't know what he was doing was wrong. Like, I'm sorry, Harvey Weinstein is a narcissist. He knew exactly what he was doing was wrong. You know what I mean, Loudy?
Yeah.
It wasn't some, secret like, oh, you mean it's like George Costanza telling Mr. Lippman, I didn't know that sort of thing was wrong, where Lippman's like, it's come to our attention that you've been having sex with the cleaning lady on your desk. And George is like, should I not have done that? Was that wrong? I got to be honest. I've worked in a lot of offices, and that kind of thing is commonplace. Had I known, I wouldn't have done that.
Yeah.
Lippman's just like, you're fired. Get out. Jamie said he knew, and he had no damn care. No, he didn't. He didn't care.
Yeah.
He knew exactly. No, he did. He knew exactly what he was doing. This is probably they didn't know anything about rapes, but they had heard things. He continued. They had heard about, putting the bite on somebody in the limo or something. Ugh.
Putting the what on somebody in the limo?
The bite on somebody.
Oh.
So, yeah, you look at even if there's like where there's smoke, there's fire. And I'm sorry, if you have enough people coming to you being like, yeah, we heard this about Harvey, we heard that about Harvey. It's like, you'd want to get to the bottom of it, and obviously it came to fruition. So these rumors and these whispers and things that everybody knew, like I said, open secrets, they did know about him, and they should have said something sooner. And that leaves pretty much everybody in Hollywood, at fault for this.
Yes.
But yeah, it's a sad situation. Let's see. He had no care because he had fame and money, so no one's going to say shit. That's exactly right. That's it, Jamie. You're absolutely right. That was what it was. He didn't care. Harvey didn't care. He just was like, all these young actresses, they come to me, I get what I want, and I give them what they want. That's exactly it. It's basically, goods for services. That's what it is. And they were, like I said, allowing themselves, they were putting themselves in a vulnerable position with a powerful man, and he used his position of authority to, commit crimes, basically, rape and things like, which is obviously a fucking disgusting, heinous crime. But like I said, there were those there are those where it wasn't, where it was just, hey, whatever, this is, do this, and yeah, I'll get you in this movie, or whatever. And it's just it's a sick, it's because you grow up as a kid, you like look up to these movie stars and shit like that.
Yeah.
And it's like seeing behind the curtain, the great and powerful Oz. It really is.
Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain.
That's basically it.
Yeah.
And now it's like, you've seen how the soup is made, whatever. It's just like, ugh. It makes you feel dirty. It really does. And it's like, and you think like, how obviously this has been going on in Hollywood since probably the advent of it, if you really think about it.
Yeah.
making it more of like an institutional, issue, as it were, with the industry, the film industry. And yeah, I mean, it's not like it's they're porn. These are like trying legit actors, and not to delegitimize sex work in film, because that it is legitimate work. And I know we joke about it a lot, but like I said, I know a few people that work in that industry, and they're good people, man. They do it for the money and because they enjoy the work. And if you can do something you enjoy, you're obviously not working, especially if you're doing that. So rock on, more power to you. You know what I mean? So yeah, that is, like I said, that I'm trying to get one of them on the show right now. But she's very busy, so contacting her has been kind of difficult. But this woman just marketed a life-size doll of herself, complete, accurately proportionate. And I can't remember how much she's selling them for, but she's done everything from bodybuilding to mixed wrestling sessions to porn, and now this. And she's been on Real Sports with Bryant Gumbel. So yeah, I'm trying to reach out to her and get her on the channel. So yeah, fingers crossed for that, because that'll be a damn interesting show.
Definitely.
For sure. And that'll be one of those nights I'll probably have Nick come on again and work with me and Tony on that, because Nick co-hosted. Tony wasn't available, and Nick co-hosted when I had Jennifer Thomas on, and we had a great time. Jennifer was like, she was very and she told us backstage, she goes, I feel like very comfortable with you guys. Like, I was like, no, I was like, it's like, we're not bringing you on to put you on the spot or anything. It's like, I legitimately like want to promote what you do, because I think it needs to be, more legitimate in mainstream. So
right.
Hey, and this is funny too, because like I said, these gals that do like the mixed wrestling and stuff like that, like you guys automatically think that like men are like, oh, you're just like, you see these little, like, they picture these scrawny little weak dudes going, paying these chicks $400 or $500 to beat them up for an hour. And it's like, no, like a lot of these women have like NFL players come to them and like, like big ass dudes. And they're just like, yeah, I just want to be beat up for a little bit, and doctors, lawyers, all these powerful people. And yeah, so it's like, it needs to be, more in the open. It really does, because it's, a lot of these chicks are cool. Like, they really are. They're just like normal. They're just normal human beings who happen to, have a different skill set and make your money, boo boo. I got no issue with that, So yeah, you and ETEP bought all the molds of her. Man, hell no, things are expensive. It's kind of because she had a video on her Instagram of her driving. She had one in the passenger seat of her car. And she was driving around with it. It was funny. But yeah, so that's we've been an hour and 40 minutes, man. This has been fun. And we got much more coming tomorrow morning with myself and Loudy and Vassy and some Irish coffee in the morning. But yeah, so we will be back tomorrow morning at around 9:15. We'll say 9:15, and I have no time constraints tomorrow. Like none.
I don't think I do either.
So, I mean, if we go for 2 hours, cool, because I'm not streaming or doing any. I have a video to edit, but I'm not shooting anything until probably Saturday or Sunday.
Okay.
I'm gonna start shooting some new stuff. I have a video to edit tomorrow. I can do that tomorrow evening. That'll be fine. And I feel bad because Nano Reaper came on the channel, and we talked about the series finale of Prodigal Son. Like 2 weeks ago, and I haven't had time to sit down and edit it. I've been so busy with Batwoman and Trey being home for the summer, getting ready for vacation. But thank this chat, man. We had 15 people in the chat this morning. Nice. You guys and gals, and we have a lot of gals in the morning listening in. And I am happy to report that I was looking at I fell asleep at my computer in the office after the show last night, going over analytics for the channel for at least 2 hours. I literally, and I was sitting there listening to some ASMR, which probably wasn't the best idea, because I was tired of shit anyway. And it's, I'll send you a link to this channel.
Okay.
Oh my God, she's amazing. She's Scottish.
Well, you've got my attention already.
Yeah, But yeah, so I was listening to that, and I'm looking at analytics, and our female viewership is up to almost 5%. So I'm happy because it was at 1% forever. Like,
but was it the top 1%?
I'd like to think so. I'd like to think we have the top. We have the top creme de la creme of the female listeners,
as we should.
So, but now we have 5%. So we have 4% more of the top female listeners. So we're just expanding out. So yeah, the 1%, it always comes down to the 1%, Chris, which those that was the tag team I was in, was me and my brother James were the 1%. We were basically Scott Hall and Kevin Nash, right down to the drinking in the vehicle on the way to the shows. But anyway, that is a story for another time. I'd like to thank, like I said, Superfan Adam Shawhan, Chris Underwood, Lola Meets with the best avatars in YouTube.
Yes.
That ship, formerly known as Slave One, hail brother Jamie East, Brightest Day, John Davies, Bruce Lombardo of Dick's Division, hail Dick's Division, Jeff W., which is the rookie critic, Brightest Day, I think I said Brightest Day.
You did.
I just want to make sure I get everybody as I'm scrolling up here. Let's see, I got Bruce, John Davies, Johnny Cage, JP7. Thank you all. Katie, Nerium, get on Indiegogo. Check out Bonds the Drive. Go and check out Shadow of the Kraken by Vinny Tartamella, and Sunsworn, Sword of Vengeance, Wings of Vengeance. Sword of Vengeance was the first one. Wings of Vengeance by my boy, my Monday night co-host, Red Gaze. Brutal Morningwood, thank you, sir. Let's say Johnny Cage, JP7. Miss Vassy, Reviews will be joining us tomorrow morning. Yes, we will. We'll be like I said, we'll be having some drinks on the air, and I'm going to try to convince Vassy to come on camera. And Tina Bojan, yes, Tina, you are part of the 5%. Thank you. I couldn't find your comment. It must have been a minute since you commented. So thank you. Yeah, we have some amazing ladies that listen to the show, and I do appreciate you all. And yeah, that's great. I do. Like I said, Bruce said fun stuff to listen to. Well, thank you for listening, Bruce. Man, I appreciate you, brother. We need to get you on the channel one night. I need to know when you're available. Shoot me a DM on Twitter. I know we follow each other on Twitter. Just shoot me a DM, and we will we'll work something out, my man. Chris Underwood, my brother, take it easy, man. We'll give you that too sweet. Yeah, Lola. But yeah, I want to bring you on, and it's. Like I said, I'll shoot you a date. We got Fanzine coming on July 12th. Fanzine will be on Monday. That's a Monday night. Going in raw. I believe that'll be episode 161. Can you believe that? 161 episodes.
Redonkulous.
Just of that. And somebody asked me the other day, they're like, hey, all the episodes aren't on YouTube. They are not. There is 50-some episodes on Anchor FM still under the Place to Be Reviews. So that's where you can find the first ones. And yeah, that's a lot of Coach Loudy was on those. That was me. It started out with just me talking into this cell phone, sitting on a futon in my office, which I used to jokingly, as Loudy knows, call the casting couch.
Yup.
It was, and then, like I said, I got my computer and my camera, and then a mic, and it turned into, hey, let's use Google Hangouts, and then they took Google Hangouts away, and then we're like, shit, what do we do now? And it was, hey, here comes StreamYard, and we moved right over to StreamYard seamlessly, and yeah, it was, and here we've been. So we did. We used to do. We do the going in raw would be. It would be on Monday and Wednesday nights. We would do an hour on Anchor and then come do the live stream. And then Wednesday nights we would do an hour on Anchor and then do the live stream. So the episodes kind of jump around in certain places like that.
Taking me back, dude.
Yeah, dude, that was, you remember that? It's like we had to fight with Anchor to like everybody get connected on Anchor, and then we'd come over on YouTube and do like another 2 hours on YouTube. So yeah, those were that was the beginning.
Trying to block that out from my memory, Pete.
Oh, it was fun. It was you, me, and MJ back then. It was fun. The beginning it was fun getting everything established and kind of becoming part of a community. And just getting, and just the way it grew, Jamie says back in your days, your guy days. Yeah, it was, but this was a couple years ago. Let's see. Adam is pre-playing divorces now. Vass is my next wife. Let's see. Awesome show as usual. Katie says that ETEP. Thank you, darling. And she's nice to meet you, Loudy.
Nice to meet you too.
John says don't count until it's 3:16 going in Raw ETEP. Oh, it was all.
Oh hell!
It was ETEP, Austin. It was always
Son of a
ETEP.
bitch.
Wait a second. Here we go. I'll give it to you. again because I like playing.
It's me, Austin! Oh, son of a bitch!
Oh God.
Apparently JR's just not giving a fuck anymore on AEW. Like he'll just like make errors apparently and just like not care because it's all in the group chat that you and I are in with like Jeff and Dan and all them. And Dan watches, I think, still watches just because it's something to watch. I haven't had time because like normally Tuesdays and Thursdays are my late night football days, and then Monday, Wednesday, Fridays are my mornings. But it's tough because Allie used to watch wrestling with me when we first started dating, and I was like, okay, cool, this is good stuff. And then it just got harder to stomach. She just like, yeah, we're not doing this, and I'm like, oh, okay. And I went back and watched, and it's like, yeah, some of these are actually really hard to watch because this is all horrible writing, and you can tell people are botching left and right. She's like, I like it when it's good, but when it's bad, it's like, dear Lord. And I'm like, I get it. I'm not going to argue with that. So
yeah, I quit watching the mainstream product back in like 2013, 12, around there.
Yeah.
I watch occasionally, and back in the day, like I was in the business still, I'd watch the What Culture videos basically because I used to love King Ross. I used to love Simon Miller.
Simon Miller, he's still on there.
Is he? I quit watching What Culture years ago. After put it this way, after somebody got elected in 2016, King Ross like lost his mind. So I just kind of was like, eh. But I don't know. I do miss it. I mean I miss being in the business. Don't get me wrong. I honestly I can say at 41 now, even if I hadn't, like if I wouldn't have quit the business, I probably never would have gotten as out of shape as I did. Because I was 37. That was it. I was in the best shape I'd ever been in. I'd never been big. I was 245 pounds. But it was just like, I would have maintained that, it would have lessened the effects. But yeah, I kind of let myself go. And that's, I started feeling my back and I was like, but like my shoulders are just, the right shoulders. Well, I partially tore my rotator cuff. So, but that was like, 8 years ago. I was like 30, 30 never mind. Anyway, God. Oh, that's it, folks. See, this is like a Polish goodbye. It takes too long. You guys are awesome in the chat. Thank you so much for participating and being here with us. We really appreciate it. I did, Adam, your shoulder like grossed me out. It was so freaking, it was like a meat grinder when he rotates his shoulder. It was insane. I beat Temple Kui to the place to be reviews. Let's see, you can catch us right here tomorrow, 9:15 until whenever we get drunk and pass out on the stream. During the day too, nonetheless, because I'll be home alone. For those of you out there going like, oh my God, what a horrible no, my wife and kid are going to be gone. I'm home by myself.
Kevin McAllister, folks.
Yep. I might do a frickin' what is that, risky business, and like I won't be on camera like sliding in my underwear with a fucking,
but it might get us more views, so you might want to contemplate it.
Maybe in a couple months after I'm a little bit better shape. That honestly, that's like what used to draw the views on my other channel. Was like I was all shredded back then. I take my shirt off on camera, those videos would go over 1,000 views every time. I was like, oh nice, this is how I was like, I have to prostitute myself out. Great. I'll do it. Back then I was like, I'll do it. I don't care. Now I'm like, I'm just old and I'm not doing that. But anyway, so thank you guys, gals, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us. I have to make sure to say that now, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for joining us. I'm Itepo Cunha, the place to be reviews. I've been here with all of yous. If I don't see you, have a great day, a pleasant tomorrow. I'll catch you on the next one. Remember, it's better to burn out than fade away. Star-Lord, you toxic white male, take him home.
Boom!